Hello everyone, and welcome to another Computer Software is Your Friend tutorial. Today I will be showing you how to get the Windows 8 RTM onto your Aspire 1 netbook. So the first thing you're going to want to do obviously is get to the USB drive, which you should have made prior. Of course, if you need to know how to do that, all of the resources are on my blog, on my site, so you can go there and you'll get the tutorial on how to make the USB flash drive. And so this is the enterprise evaluation from Microsoft. It's good for 90 days. The general availability is set for October 26th. Of course, August 1st it released to its RTM milestone. And as you can see, we've got a brand new boot logo here, and it's kept the spinning wheel on the bottom. If you've been running release preview all this time, it's expected that we won't notice many major changes, but if you're running another operating system like Windows XP or Windows Vista or Windows 7, having used the release preview for all this time, I'm going to tell you now, you're going to be in for quite a surprise with Windows 8. But Windows 8 is, in my view, one of the best performing operating systems of all time, and for me, performance is very important. So of course, props to Microsoft on performance with Windows 8, and I personally like I like the new Metro look. Of course, they're not using the term Metro anymore, they're now using the Windows 8 look, or let's just call it modern. I've seen it being referred to modern elsewhere. So this is the installation process, very similar to Windows 7 if you've installed it. Now, with the release preview, when you downloaded the bits, it refused to allow you to install Windows 8. But obviously the way around that was to create the proper USB drive. So we are not having any problems. So as you can see, this is the Windows 8 Enterprise installation. So this will likely be different than the Windows 8 and Windows 8 Pro versions that you're going to see out this fall. And of course, I'm going to do a clean install, and I am going to erase the current release preview on there. The release candidate is what it used to be called. But, you know, they changed everything now. Now it's called Release Preview. So, format. Crossing my fingers this is the right one. I'm pretty sure it is. Has to be if it has the system. And that didn't take long at all. So now we basically move forward. Next. And like usual, Windows 8, a Windows installation after XP, will automate itself and get through much of the tasks fairly quickly. So this should be a 10 to 15 minute wait for most. One great thing about Windows 8, at least in the release candidate, was how fast it installed. We'll see if it does the same here. So yeah, essentially in terms of installing, we've pretty much gone through the easiest part. And it's restarting, which is typical of any Windows installation once it's done doing its automated part. You're just going to let it boot into the hard drive. You're not going to boot into the USB drive. Unless, of course, you want to restart for whatever reason. And we're into the standard Windows 8 personalized section, which is where it asks you for your name and for your computer's name and for your style and this kind of stuff. So I'm going to call this laptop, just for simplicity. And as you can see, we can go through a wide range of color schemes, and they change on the spot, if you can see it. Of course, it's more obvious if we go in the other direction. And basically this will be the theme that your start menu uses. I don't know where the default was. We'll just place it there for now. And then of course it's going to ask me to connect to a wireless driver, a wireless provider anyway, because this is a laptop and it detects the signal, which is nice because as you can see there is no no cords attached except for the power and the USB key. So it does detect the wireless, which is really nice. And basically it's now going to ask me for the password to my wireless, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in. Alright, so now that that's done, we can continue by connecting. And of course it's going to give us the express settings. This is obviously the best thing to do if you want to get this done as fast as possible. So what it will do is it will automatically install the updates, which is recommended. Help protect your PC from unsafe files and website. Windows 8 does have built-in security. I don't think they changed that. Turn on Do Not Track in Internet Explorer. I think that's a good move on their part. Help improve Microsoft services by sending them a little bit of info. Okay, that can't hurt. Check online solutions for problems. Yeah, that's typical. Let apps give you personalized content based on your PC's location, account, and picture. You can change that later. Turn on sharing and connect to devices on the network. Standard. I don't see why anyone would really need to change any of these, at least right away. So of course now you have the option to sign in with your Microsoft account, which is basically your Hotmail or your email or whatever, and it basically lets you sync stuff and that. But here's my question: where is the offline account? That's interesting. So there doesn't seem to be any way I'm just curious, if I click next, will it give me an error? Yeah. So whether you like it or not, you have to put in an email address, which sign in without a Microsoft account. So that's basically, if you are signing in offline, you do next, and then you should get that option afterwards. I, on the other hand, do have a Microsoft account, and I do plan to use this thing to the limit. So I'm going to insert that. And I'm going to use that, of course, because I like to synchronize all of my PCs. And of course now it's going to check to see if the email I put in is a Microsoft account. So for some of you with Windows, this might even force you to ditch whatever you're with and get Gmail. Not Gmail. Well, if you're using Gmail, you'll probably have to ditch Gmail and get Hotmail or the new Outlook account, which is a Microsoft account. And of course, they give you the option to sign up for a Microsoft account. Go figure. And this is interesting. Hi. While we're getting things ready, check out the new way to use Windows. Okay, so this is smart. They're actually giving us a tutorial. That's nice. After your PC is ready, move your mouse into any corner. Okay, yeah. Oh, do I actually have to do it? No. Okay, yeah, move my mouse in any corner and I get the charms bar. I got it. Are you going to repeat that 20 times? Well, this is clever. We're getting your PC ready. This will take a few minutes. So now we all know how to get to the charms bar. We all know how to get to the charms bar. Another thing that you should know about Windows 8 is that the Start menu button is gone. And the way to get to that is to hover in the other corner on the bottom. Something they should have added in here. I don't know if they will in a few minutes, but I mean, considering that they're talking about the charms bar, well, of course you can access the Start menu from there. But I mean, for a lot of people, the lack of a start button is going to be shocking. I've seen the comments everywhere. I'm used to it now. But a lot of people out there where I've been reading the threads, I've been reading the articles, I've been reading what the pundits have been saying. My God, a lot of people really can't stand the fact that there's no start button anymore. I don't miss it. And speaking of the start button, that's not the only thing they're angry about. They're angry about the start menu being gutted, but there's a start screen now. They don't like the start screen, which is a full screen view of everything on your computer, whatever you decide to put there, folders or apps or programs. I like it actually, and you can sort them and group them. And we're now in the start screen. You know, that was a pretty long wait to watch it change color and say installing. I think Microsoft could have better used that time and that space to give a tutorial for all the newbies out there who are not used to this. I'm used to this, of course, because I've been using it for so long and I like doing this exploring kind of thing with operating systems. But I mean, this is unbelievable. So, one thing that we're all going to be very interested in is whether or not these new Metro apps are going to work out of the box. And they don't, because it's a netbook, and a netbook doesn't have optimal screen resolution. So now we're going to apply a fix. Welcome to the desktop where Arrow has completely been destroyed. Yep. Bye-bye Arrow, that doesn't exist anymore. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to go to regedit, and like with any installation of Windows 8 thus far, if you just type on the start screen, it will search right away. Yes, I want to go there. And now there's going to be something we're going to have to find. So now what you're going to do is you're going to press Control and F, which is the find function, and you're going to look for the following: display 1, underscore down, scaling supported. So now we're going to find next, and it's going to take a little bit of time to find everything. So now it's found what we're looking for. If it doesn't work the first time, try it the second. And here, of course, we're just going to enter a 1, and we're going to click OK. And we're done. All we gotta do now is restart the computer, which is, for some, maybe new. You go down to the bottom right corner and you get the charms bar. You do settings, power, and restart. So I'm gonna let this restart. And we're back, and of course it got my settings because this is the exact same lock screen that's on my release preview machine. I'm surprised they kept the settings. I'm surprised they even kept the settings with the profile and that. Hold on a second, yeah. Of course, one of the great things about Windows 8 is that in a few minutes I can put in a PIN number, which is a 4-digit number which I can use to sign into the computer rather than entering the entire password every time. And voila, welcome to Windows 8 once again. Of course, it changed the screen resolution. Now just looking for the desktop, which is over here. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to screen resolution, and we are going to see that we can go all the way up to 1152 by 864. So this is what we're going to do. Of course, there's that intermediary step with the 1024 by 768, but I prefer to go for maximum resolution. I just prefer it. So that's good, and we now click OK, and we keep the changes. So now you notice that the taskbar is kind of small, but one thing that you'll really notice once we get out of here, start, is that the start screen looks very much different. And now we're gonna go to Internet Explorer, and voila, it's a full screen app and it works, which wouldn't work before, mind you. So now we can always go to google.com, and voila, the full screen experience in Windows 8. So this has been another Computer Software is Your Friend tutorial. If you want more information on Windows 8, I will be getting other tutorials ready on my other computer. Essentially, if you like our stuff, subscribe. Join us on social media, because social media is the best way to be up to date on when the next video or when the next tutorial is coming out, or when the next news piece is coming out, because we do a lot of stuff here. And essentially, you can follow my blogs, social media, or you can even follow me personally. I'm Julian. And yes, you may recognize me from the Hackintosh series. If you haven't checked that out, you should check it out because it's pretty cool. So let us know how everything went. The comment section is down below. The subscribe button is just above this video if you're on the YouTube channel. And of course, like it, share with your friends. Any support we can get if you like our stuff, that's much appreciated. And this has been another Computer Software is Your Friend tutorial.